Welcome guys to another Kangen Ashura tier list video. If you enjoy these tier list videos, make sure to subscribe and join my Discord to talk more about Kangen's greatness. So I decided to go with this video as for last week's video where I did a Kangen Ashura fight tier list based on all the fights in the Kangen Annihilation tournament. I got many comments telling me to do a fighter tier list for Kangen Ashura, so here it is. The classes, I'm going to make the top one triple S, put that capital. There you go, triple S, S, A, B, C, and D. So let's start off with Adam Dudley. Got taken out by Cosmo in round one. I haven't made an Adam Dudley video, surprisingly. He's kind of loved by the fan, not loved, but many people in the fan kind of enjoy Adam Dudley, and I'm not one of those, so he's going in D tier. Who cares about his shitty hockey trash stance bullshit, bro? I don't care about Adam Dudley. I'm a Adam Dudley hater. Heard it here first. Okura taken out by Cosmo as well in the second round, if I believe. He's pretty Chad. Later on, I'm going to not take any Kangen Omega biases. I'm just going to go on their performance or how I enjoyed him as a character during Kangen Ashura. So not any Kangen Omega stuff. So based on Kangen Ashura, I'm going to give him pretty strong A tier for his, destruction of, I don't know, people's legs with his teeth, you know what I mean. Cosmo also A tier. I'm going to put him in front of Okura because, Cosmo, he enjoys fighting, so, power boost. Galang, S tier for being a boxing Chad lad. Gozo, the guy got one punched by Wakatsuki in the anime. The fight in the manga, I recently, because I hadn't seen the fight for the manga of Gozo versus Wakatsuki, so I decided to check it out, and the fight actually is a lot longer in the manga, and actually is kind of more of a fight than this Wakatsuki one punching, but still pretty trash tier, D tier for him. The Dr. Hanafusa, he's pretty badass, he did his job, but he failed to do his job because, Ben, they got the antidote and everything, so that's a big rip, but his fight was very enjoyable. The most unrealistic fight probably in the whole series that we have thus far, with him using his bones as weapons and everything around that. Bucky tier fight in my opinion, but still B for Bucky. Yep, Bucky tier fight, C perfect for B tier. Kano, he's about a C tier. He's kind of enjoyable to watch throughout the tournament, but wasn't the best, could have been better, and as a whole, taking that first round, you can't really respect that, and the fact that he was taken out by Okura when he had that much of a weight advantage is a big yikes. Julius here with the JoJo little things at the back, so let's give him in A tier for Julius. Yeah, A tier for Julius for being a big hunk of meat and German science chadness, so there you go. Sugabahashi also A tier for being a showman and one of the best characters to see on stage. I really enjoyed every moment of him. And his fight against Mutaba was solid. His first fight against the Sumo guy was solid. So I gotta respect Sugabahashi. And if you didn't know on my recent video, he has the, I believe, third or fourth most wins out of any Kangen fighter in the series. So gotta respect him for that. Kana Agito, an S tier, put him in front of Gaolang for being super Chad. And the fisherman dude, he was taken out by Sawpang in the first round. His backstory wasn't really that good. I don't really like anything about him, so there. Sawa, she could probably go on a tier below these. I'll order them like how I want them later, but this is. Meguro for being insane, crazy dude, can go in C tier. Got pretty much killed by Mutaba in the first round, so there you go. For being a crazy, crying dude, can go there. The almighty Chad Beard can go in SS tier for taking out the likes of Kano, Oma, Ray, Kiryu, Satuna, and so on, so, and Ryuto, just the slayer of the Chads is the almighty Beard, going in SS tier for being just above all else. Robinson, I'm working on a video. It may come out tomorrow or the day after, depends when my the next chapter comes out, so we'll see about that when my underrated character video comes out, and I'm featuring Robinson in that, so I'm going to put him in B tier. Just not going to talk much on him now, as I'm going to have a video talking about a lot on him. Mutaba for being a absolute sex addict Chad boy, Chad energy going all around, going in A tier for his greatness. Even though he had given up against Wakatsuki in the third round, still got to respect him for everything else he did and all his greatness. Akibo, another underrated character, can go on B tier as well because I really enjoyed him. His fight against Kanagita is probably the most realistic fight in the series that we've got thus far, so you gotta respect that. Guy got, I believe, one punch knocked out by Ray, can go in D tier for being a furry or whatever he was. Takeda Oma S tier, Ray in S tier as well. Ray, I really enjoy Ray. I want to give him S tier, but I can't really do it. I'm going to give him A tier. As I said, this isn't a strength tier list. This is my opinion on the character and how well they performed in the Kangen tournament, or how strong I think they are. Based, I don't know. It's a tier list on my opinion on the fighters. That's all it is. Don't look too deep into it. Nikado Ren, he's pretty well. He's kind of got jobbed. He may be in my underrated character video. He's pretty strong. He did lead Setsuna to use his Ashura based technique, so you could consider him pretty strong, but C tier, gotta give him that. Rito didn't perform well in the tournament, got taken out round 1 by Beard, even though anyone here would have got taken out by Beard in round 1, but still Rito kind of lacking. Hopefully over the 2 years when we get his fight in Purgatory, hopefully his fight in Purgatory will be second, as my prediction was, and we get to see him in the coming days on the next chapter, so we hyped. Hair Dude can go on D tier as well, taken out by Takeda Oma in round 1. Saw Pang for being a Chad can go in A tier. Even though he was taken out by Ray, I still gotta respect Saw Pang and all his drive and will and his strong skeleton. Hatsumi Sen can go in A tier as well. He had his 2 good fights where he took out that Chiba copy ninja dude with ease. That was a pretty badass fight, even though it was really short. Just outmaneuvered and did that quick fury of blows, just bodied him. Second fight against Bando was solid as well, but just that's so much of a letdown in his third fight against Kano Agito. Just has to put him in A tier. I'm very disappointed on that still. I wish he'd performed better on that, but it does make sense based on how much Kano Agito pretty much evolved during his fight against Gaolang and everything else that happened, and just a big letdown. Setsuna can go in A tier as well for being a crazy, horny bastard. Canada for being a very smart dude can go in C tier. Copy Dude can go in D tier for being trash. Sumo Guy, pretty underrated as well. Gonna put him in B tier. Had a pretty good fight against Sugabahashi in round 1. Got taken out, but still a solid fighter. Wakasuku, an absolute tank. Most Kangen wins out of all. Got defeated by Takeda Oma in the semi-finals. Absolute Chad. Took out the likes of Joyous. I can't really think of many other characters who'll be able to defeat Joyous, just based on how big and strong and muscly and how huge Joyous is. And Wakasuki was really the perfect match for him and had taken him out. And then Bando as well can go in B tier. So this is my tier list on how much I enjoyed them throughout the Kangen Annihilation tournament as a fighter and how strong they are. But everything as a fighter went into this tier list, and this is what I ranked them. And now I'm going to mess around and go over my personal opinion on the strength tier list, on who I think is strongest to weakest. Not like pure strength fight, but fighting wise, and who is pretty much the best fighter. So I'm going to change this around a bit. So best fighter wise, I'm going to put him there. Wakasuki would easily go there. Gaolang probably there as well. Then up next, probably Hatsumi Sen would be next. Setsuna would be there. Then Ray. Just don't worry about the S tier. This is just the order of strongest to weakest. Cosmo would... Not Cosmo. Mutaba may be next. Even though he may be even in front of those, but we don't really know, so I'm going to play it safe and put Mutaba there for now. Probably Joyous next. Joyous probably could probably beat many of these other people, but still, based on his lack of fighting at this point, or martial arts ability at this point, I'm going to put him in just there. Up next, probably go for Cosmo for being a strangler Chad lad. Korra, then our boy Sugabahashi. Then, of course, Saw Pang will go there. Who's the strongest in the B tier? Probably you, Sumo Guy. Who else do we have here? Nikado's probably there, then Kono, and then maybe Meguro. Meguro's kind of underrated as well, but still a bit of a jobber and got kind of destroyed. And how much... He's that insane, can't really expect him to do much. Anyone in D tier who's quite underrated and strong? Not really. All these guys are pretty trash. Fisherman dude's alright. He's not that bad. Hanafusa for being a crazy dude. This guy for being Foresight could probably take out all these people truly based on his Foresight alone. Gozo, probably a bit underrated, had a pretty good record as well. So I think he had 18 or 16 wins before getting his L against Wakasuki in the first round. Probably Adam Dudley next, and then all these Ryuto probably go after that, even though now in MB I think Ryuto's probably like up in this tier after his 2-year training with, you know, the Chad beard. Surely he grows a beard one day, and then so for now I'm going to put him there. And then she's probably the weakest, or he, it's an it now. You, and then this guy can go in here for being absolute trash. That's my opinion on fighter tier list, with, you know, beard being above all, of course. And that's pretty much it for today's tier list video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord, and that's it, guys. Peace.